There are a ton of platforming games out there, whether you played Little Big Planet 2 on PS3 or Leo's Fortune on mobile. Platformer games can be played in many different ways, and all the games in this list are all different from each other, whether they are 2D, 3D, or even cartoonish. Keep in mind that all these games do go on sale pretty regularly, and make sure to wishlist them to get notifications on when they do go on sale. We are sorry if your favorite platformer game did not make this list, so if you want to let other people know about your favorite platformer game, just tell us in the comment section down below. So here are the 7 best platformer games under $10. Bit Trip Runner is a game we used to play on the Wii years ago. It is extremely simple in that the only thing that you need to do is jump and slide. Yes, some people might consider this game a runner game, which is in the name. We consider it a platforming game. The goal of the game is to try to collect as much gold and power-ups as possible to get the best score on each level. When you collect all the gold in a level, you get bonus level that you can increase your score by a lot. I'd probably put this in the category of somewhere in the Geometry Dash area, because you need to jump and slide to the music. It definitely is a fun, simple game to play when you want to relax. The visuals are also pretty satisfying to look at and make for a very pleasant gaming experience. Super Fancy Pants Adventure is another one of those nostalgic games that if you played any sort of flash game on a site, Fancy Pants was one of those games. The basic premise of the game is that you're a stick man with a large pair of pants on. You then have to parkour through weird worlds to try to find your sister, who was stolen by some pirates. Yeah, if you've never played it, it might sound a little weird. You need to fight all sorts of enemies like spiders and snails, and everything in the game is hand-drawn. When a developer puts a ton of work into making a game look unique, it automatically gets bonus points for being extremely unique. Fancy Pants is definitely a game that you should look into if you enjoy platforming games. Refunct is a puzzle platformer game that has you jumping around all these large rectangle pillars. The goal of the game is to restore the green on each of the pillars by jumping on them. It is another extremely simple game, but it can get a little confusing at times. You need to find buttons to bring pillars out of the water, and parkour around this really cool looking landscape. You can even wall run. The game isn't too long, but it is definitely worth playing. It is also one of the cheapest games on this list, and is absolutely worth picking up if you find it on sale. It is an extremely fun puzzle platformer, so if you like these types of games, it might be worth the money. Pogo Stuck is a meme game that is only there to be difficult. It is similar to other games like Jump King, because the only reason they exist is to make the average gamer angry. You might have seen some streamers play this, and that is what made this game and other games like it extremely popular. The whole point of the game is to use your pogo stick and jump to the top of the mountain in the game. Seems pretty simple. Along the way, you will encounter some really annoying areas that will make you rage. You can even play the game with your friends and rage with them together. You need to use perfectly timed jumps and flips to overcome the annoying areas, and it actually has a lot of easy areas too. It is definitely a game to get you if you want to get mad at the game, by yourself or with other people. If you enjoy the content we give you, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We know that some information we might give out might be out of date for that specific game or group of games, but we mean the best with trying to get you the most up-to-date content we can find, and strive to give everyone the information they are looking for. So please, we are not begging, but we are asking you to hit that subscribe button. It would really help us out. Now back to the list. Grow Home is a small, fun exploration game about trying to get to your spaceship. You are a little robot and you crash landed on a strange planet. You need to use the seeds around the planet to grow giant green plants all the way up to your spaceship. There is a massive world to explore, and each section you find, there are new collectibles to find and caves to search. Along your journey, you will encounter all sorts of wildlife and other plant creatures. The game is very unique in its climbing physics, which if turned into a VR game, could be a great model. You need to control both of the robot's hands and slowly climb up to the top of any plant you grow. You need to direct the plant growth in a way that lets you get higher and higher to eventually reach your spaceship and leave. There's also a second game called Grow Up that might be another good investment if you enjoyed the first game enough. It is a little bit different, but it basically is the same thing.
To a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking.
Getting Over It is another one of those meme games, kind of like Pogo Stuck, that you play to get angry. If you don't know what this game is, it is a game about a man in a pot who tries to use a hammer to get over obstacles to apparently go to space. It's a very weird concept that started these meme games, and is a very hard game when you first boot it up. There are parts of the game that will put you back to the beginning if you mess up, and it is an extremely unforgiving game. The whole game is played with your mouse, and it is up to you to get this pot man up to the highest point in the map, all while an annoying man whispers in your ear. It is definitely a fun game if you don't rage quit and keep going through it. Let us know down in the comments if you have beaten this game before, or, even bigger achievement, even getting the golden pot for beating the game 50 times. Ori and the Blind Forest is an indie gem. From the graphical style to the smooth gameplay, it is definitely one of the best platformers out there right now. The game is about a small orphan who is trying to revive the forest from its oncoming death. The power is slowly drifting away, and it is up to you to save it. This is another game that was hand designed, and it really pays off in the end. No wonder this game has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. You do all sorts of platforming stunts, and just everything in this game is almost perfect. There's also a second game called Will of the Wisps, and this game is just as good as the first. If you enjoy platformers, the Ori games are hidden gems that not a ton of people know about. I hope you found the video helpful, and make sure to like and subscribe. Everything on this list can be found on Steam, and all the prices are the normal prices for the specific games. You won't find any of these games more expensive than the prices on this list, unless a developer changes the pricing after this video is made, and I am sorry. Make sure to check out our Discord server and gaming podcasts, and we will see you in the next video.